Welcome to my YouTube channel, where today we celebrate the incredible talent and skill of NBA players who were either born in Africa or are members of national basketball teams from Africa. From Hakeem Olajuwon to Joel Embiid, from Dikembe Mutombo to Steve Nash, the NBA has been graced with some of the most gifted and dynamic players from the African continent. In this video, I will be taking a look at the top NBA players born in Africa and highlighting their unique playing styles, career achievements and contributions to the game of basketball. Get ready to witness the incredible journeys of some of the most inspiring athletes in the NBA and learn more about the impact they have had on the world of basketball. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. But before we go to top 10, I'd like to start again with one honorable mention. This is a player I really like and hope that he will become top 10 in the near future. That's Jonathan Kuminga, playing now for Golden State Warriors. He was born in Democratic Republic of Congo and is one of the most promising African-born basketball players in the NBA today. He first gained attention for his incredible skills as a high school player, earning recognition as a top prospect in the 2021 NBA draft. In July 2021, after spending a season in G League, Kuminga was drafted 7th overall by the Golden State Warriors and has already shown immense potential in his rookie season, which he finished as a champion. He is playing in Congo national team and trying to fight for more minutes in Warriors rotation. I really hope that once I do a similar video in a few years, he will be much higher on my list. Starting off at number 10, we have Bismack Biyombo, currently playing for Phoenix Suns. Yes, Bismack Biyombo. I know, you might not like this selection, but still, we are talking about a player who already played almost 800 games in NBA and blocked over 1000 shots. Just like Kuminga, he was born in Democratic Republic of Congo and was selected as a 7th pick in 2011 draft by Sacramento Kings and immediately traded to Charlotte Bobcats in a move including the likes of Tobias Harris, Steven Jackson and Corey Maggette. He never proved his high rank from the draft night, but was always more than a solid rim protector. In 2016 playoffs, he had his biggest moment of the career. With Jonas Valanciunas injured, he jumped into the starting lineup and played such good series against Miami Heat and Cleveland Cavaliers that Orlando Magic decided to give him a 4-year deal worth $72 million. Right now, he is one of the backup centers in Phoenix Suns behind DeAndre Ayton and Jock Landale. Coming in at number 9, we have OG Anunoby. He was born in London, England, but his parents are from Nigeria. Although he never played a game yet for a Nigerian national team, he was on the preliminary roster for 2021 Olympic Games in Tokyo. After playing 2 years at Indiana University, he was drafted 23rd overall in 2017 by Toronto Raptors, and he plays there ever since. Year by year, he is developing into one of the best 3-and-D players in the league. However, the selection of Scottie Barnes a year ago stopped the growth of his role in Raptors rotation. He is still only 25 years old, and currently he leads NBA in steals per game. Basically, during each trade deadline or start of free agency, his name becomes mentioned hundreds of times in potential trades. But until now, he always stayed in Toronto. At number 9, we can find one of the tallest guys in NBA history, and that's Manute Bol. He played in the NBA for 10 years, from 1985 to 1995, and holds a number of incredible records. He also has a great number of incredible stories, like the one that when he was young, he killed a lion with a spear. In the beginning of 1990s, he had a series of 28 total meetings with senators and congressmen during which he warned them about terrorist threat from Osama bin Laden. After his career, he participated in celebrity boxing match against former NFL player William Perry. Manute won the fight and donated all the money to his home country, Sudan. On the basketball floor, he played in one team with the smallest player in NBA history, Maxi Box. One time he made 6 3-pointers in the game, which was something very unique for that type of tall players in his era. He also holds a few blocks record that might never be broken again. The first one is the number of blocks recorded as a rookie. In 1986, he averaged 5.0 blocks per game and totaled 397 blocks in that year. That's the third most in NBA single-season history. In comparison, last year Jaren Jackson Jr. blocked a total of 177 shots. That's around 40% of what Bol did as a rookie. He holds a record of most blocked shots in 1 quarter and in a half. Both happened in 1987 in a game against Phoenix Suns. The record stands 8 blocks in a quarter and 11 in a half. Finally, he is the only player in NBA history that has more blocked shots in his career than points. He blocked 2086 shots and scored 1599 points. Incredible. Number 7 goes to Pascal Siakam, current Toronto Raptors wingman and one of the most versatile forwards in the NBA. Siakam is the fourth Cameroonian player in NBA, along Luc Mbah a Moute, Ruben Bumche and Joel Embiid. He joined the NBA in 2016 after Raptors drafted him with a 27th selection. His road to being a star of Raptors didn't go quick. Only in his third season, he started to gain recognition and was one of the main factors in getting a championship in 2019. He also received a Most Improved Player award for that season, and he extended his great run for another season when he was selected for an All-Star game in 2020. After Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors, Siakam became their leader not only from statistic point of view. He got selected twice to All-NBA teams. In 2020 it was second team, 2 years later third team. In current season he is averaging career highs in points and assists. This resulted in his second selection to All-Star game. Coming in at number 6 we have Luol Deng. He was born in Sudan and spent the first part of his life. He and his parents then fled to Egypt during Second Sudanese Civil War. This is where Luol met Manute Bol, who was teaching Luol's older brother, a Jew, how to play basketball and also mentored Luol. After his family was granted a political asylum, they all immigrated to London. After spending one season in Duke, he was drafted 7th overall by Phoenix Suns in 2004 NBA draft and was traded during the draft night to Chicago Bulls for Jackson Vroman and next year's draft pick, which turned out to be Nate Robinson. He played 10 seasons for the Bulls, was one of the leaders of the best Bulls teams that played without Michael Jordan. He played in 2 All-Star games, was named All-Defensive Second Team member in 2012. He is in Bulls top 10 leaders in games played, minutes, field goals, free throws, rebounds, steals, blocks and points. He had played worse seasons in Miami and definitely in Lakers, but still will be remembered as one of the best small forwards of his era. And definitely the best small forward ever coming from Africa, at least until now. Number 5 belongs to another player born in Democratic Republic of Congo, to Serge Ibaka. He is still playing in NBA, but last 2 years are the worst since his rookie year. But if you look at his whole career, we see NBA champion with Toronto Raptors, 3-time first All-Defense team member, 2-time blocks per game leader, and currently first in blocks in his career among active players. Seattle Supersonics drafted him back in 2008, but he spent another year in Spain. Afterwards, he was a focal point of all Oklahoma City Thunder successes in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook era. His value was so high that in 2016 he was traded to Orlando Magic for 3 players: Ersan Ilyasova, Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. The last 2 of them got to All-Star level in their careers, so the price was really high. Right now he is without the team. During last trade deadline, Bucks traded him to Pacers in a 4-team deal, and 2 days later he was released. He was connected with Miami Heat as a potential suitors, but they decided to sign Kevin Love and Cody Zeller. When I'm recording this video, Ibaka stays without the team. I hope he will still make an impact in the NBA, although he is already 33 years old and hasn't been playing well recently. At number 4 we have another player from Democratic Republic of Congo and also one of the best shot blockers in NBA history, Dikembe Mutombo. He started his NBA career late because he was already 25 as a rookie and had incredible career. He is 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. He played in 8 All-Star games with multiple All-Defensive and All-NBA selections. He led the league in blocks per game 3 times and twice in rebounds per game. He is 2nd all-time in total blocked shots, but his legacy stands way beyond those statistics. For example, in 2004 there was a story described by ESPN showing the list of victims of Dikembe's elbows. The list contains 25 players, 5 broken noses, a tooth and 20 stitches. I will not tell you the full list, but it includes Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Vince Carter, Ray Allen, Dennis Rodman and Chris Webber, just to name those most recognizable ones. Dikembe is already a member of NBA Hall of Fame, but lately there has been some bad news. He is fighting with a cancer, and let's hope he will also wave his finger at it and gets another block in his life. Before I go to top 3, I wanted to mention additional 2 players that are from Africa, were not that good players maybe, but were colorful enough to be mentioned. The first one is Yinka Dare. He was born in Nigeria, had a nice career in George Washington University, and New Jersey Nets drafted him 14th overall in 1994. He is known as the record holder for the longest streak of games without assist. He got it in his 77th regular season game. In his first season he only played 1 game and got injured. In second he played 58 games and recorded 0 assists. He was still playing over 600 minutes that year. In his third season he got his first assist. He ended his career with 4 of them in 110 games, which probably is an NBA record. He also probably has the worst assist to turnover ratio, with only 4 assists and 96 turnovers. Unfortunately, Yinka is no longer with us. He died very early when he was 31. The second one is Didier Ilunga Menga, also known as DJ Benga. And this is the name which probably you know. But there are some histories that you might not know about him. The scariest one is that he was imprisoned because the regime in Congo changed and his father was working in a previous government. Benga escaped to Belgium. He didn't play basketball until he was 17. He has a black belt in judo and he was a member of one of the most iconic benches in NBA history, the Lakers bench, with him, Luke Walton, Sasha Vujacic and of course, Adam Morrison. Okay, after a short break we are coming back to the ranking. The first spot goes to Joel Embiid, one of the most talented and skilled centers of all time. Embiid can go only higher from this spot if he continues to expand his game the way he does it right now. But to jump higher than third, he will need to get some awards like MVP or get a championship. So far, this is his 7th NBA season and he is the first center in a very long time to average above 30 points per game in 2 seasons in a row. He already played in 6 All-Star games, was second All-NBA team 4 times, was selected to All-NBA defense second team 3 times, but there is something still missing, and this is wins in playoffs. He got to second round only 3 times in his career and was once very close to getting to conference finals. Basically, one lucky shot made by Kawhi Leonard from conference finals, but still he didn't get there. His numbers are crazy. His skill set is crazy as well. He finally established his health in last seasons, but he needs to deliver in playoffs. Can this be the year? Celtics and Bucks seem to be much better than 76ers. That's where we will know if Embiid can become one of the best in history, or just number 3 in my list. On second place we have a player that was born in South Africa, but is Canadian. This is Steve Nash, 2-time NBA MVP and one of the best point guards ever to play the game. Steve is on the list because he was born in Johannesburg in 1974. His father was Welsh and mother was English. When he was 18 months old, they all moved to Canada and he became a Canadian resident, but he holds British citizenship as well. We all know the history. Drafted 15 overall in 1996, very close to Kobe Bryant, spent some time on the bench behind Kevin Johnson and Jason Kidd in Phoenix. Then got his recognition by playing alongside Dirk Nowitzki in Mavericks. Finally, he was the face of NBA transformation into fast-paced game when he got back to Suns and worked with Mike D'Antoni. This was the time when he received 2 MVP awards. The only scar on his career is lack of NBA Finals games. He played in conference finals 4 times, but lost each of them. From awards point of view, he was voted All-NBA player 7 times, he led the league in assists 5 times, he is 5th all-time in total number of assists and only one of 7 players to have reached 10,000 assists in his career. Lately he tried to be a coach of Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, but failed to succeed. Still, he was flashy, he was someone who changed the game, and that's something not too many players can say about them. And finally, number 1 could only be Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. In my opinion, the most skilled center in NBA history, the one who had full package. He could dominate on offense, which he showed in 1994 and 1995 when he beat 3 other best centers in NBA that time, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson and Shaquille O'Neal in 1-to-1 battles. He also dominated on defense. He is number 1 all-time in blocked shots. He was Defensive Player of the Year twice, and the second of those awards he got the same year he got MVP. His record of 3,830 blocks in career is something that might not be beaten ever. Unless something changes and NBA players start to block more shots again, but I don't think so. His skill set in offense, the dream shake and other multiple moves were so great that many fantastic players ended up on individual trainings when he ended his career. For example, Kobe Bryant was the one who practiced his footwork with Hakeem and became fantastic in playing post-up after working with Olajuwon. On top of that, Olajuwon didn't care if he was supposed to play with the other big center, which happened at the beginning of his career. In his second season, he and Ralph Sampson took Rockets to NBA Finals when they eventually lost to Boston Celtics. But he also excelled when he had a different environment. In 1995, he had 4 shooters around him and played great in inside-outside basketball. I can think of situations that Joel Embiid could beat him, but I guess he would have to win at least 2 or probably even 3 championships, add an MVP award and a few more things to his resume. If not, Hakeem stays number 1 for me. Okay, that concludes my list of the top 10 best players either born in Africa or playing for one of African national teams. Let me know in the comments who you think should have made the list. Don't forget to like the video and press on subscribe button. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.